what's it like to be in a movie with Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu?
It's great. Okay? It's great. I'm honored. I don't know why I sound so angry right now. I'm honored. Am I a psychopath? No, I've been getting a lot of questions about like, how do I feel? I feel amazing. We start kind of soon and I'm just like,
Rachel Zegler discriminated against Asians on the red carpet, refusing to take pictures with any Asian face and giving her the finger. She also posted an angry letter to Oscar for not inviting her to the Oscars. The Oscars sent her an invitation overnight.
Picture waking up to find the trophy you have tucked into every vision board meditation suddenly belongs to someone else. 7 figures in back-end bonuses deleted.
I am flooded with like a flurry of different emotions and I can't figure out what's real and what's not. I got back into therapy.
A generation-defining credit yanked from every IMDb watch list. 30 seconds left on the clock, and the paper trail is already flashing through private group chats like a match thrown into dry hay.
I realized what a dark headspace I had been in and how LA was making me feel like I was still there, because LA is a really hard place to be, especially if you're a New Yorker, I think. The adjustment is so much different.
Long after the ushers swept up the last Playbill confetti, 5 senior critics ducked into the Horseshoe Bar on 46th to toast what they codenamed Operation Curtain Crash. Neon reflections danced over yellow Post-its scattered across the counter, each scribbled with the same 2 words in thick red Sharpie: strip nomination.
Why is she starring in the West End version of Evita? I don't understand it. Is what I would say if I had no taste. Rachel Zegler, oh my god. When are you guys gonna see how much of a powerhouse she is? I love Rachel Zegler so much. I just wanted to let you guys know that I will be sat front and center to see this icon slay Evita. Oh my god, I can't wait. I am gonna see it when it first opens. I already know that. I can't wait to see this diva. Oh my god!
A bored bartender slid a phone from his apron, snapped a surreptitious shot, and fired it off to his cousin, who flips Broadway odds for a living. Within 1 hour, Vegas slashed Rachel's win probability from 40% to a wheezing 5. Imagine betting your rent on that line last week. Would you cash out now or double down out of pure spite?
Rachel Zegler is the prime example of how you should never think that you're bigger than the project.
At 0243, as the subway rattled below Times Square, a dark mode Discord pinged. The server title glowed Hurricane Zegler Early Exit Pool. One message from user Stage Whisper 99 hit like a gavel. Ballots updated, mission accomplished. Seconds later, another user posted a green screenshot of the critics' spreadsheet. Rachel's name was crossed out in crimson, the rest untouched. No watermark, no committee seal, just a digital scarlet slash that felt personal.
Like, I'm the first to admit when I saw her interviews, I hated her. I was like, ew, how snide. Ugh, how condescending. And then I was like, well, wait, she's acting it up. They told her to do that. You can't tell me this young woman was cast in such an iconic role and went, thanks, I hate it. No, let's use our brains. We have been pushing girl boss, strong women, strong. We've been pushing that for so long. They tell her to give us that and we shit on her. I don't know, I just feel like that's so goddamn mean.
Did a rival actress slide those DMs? Or was it Rachel herself on a burner account, orchestrating the crash to fuel an even bigger comeback? Bro, my parlay just face-planted harder than her Evita accent, joked a TikTok comment as the leak spread. Another skeptic on X captioned a photoshopped Oscar statue without a head. Return to sender. A third meme flashed across Reddit. A guillotine labeled Critic Consensus. Blade poised above an Evita playbill. These quips hit feeds so fast, Ticketmaster flagged Rachel Zegler as a trending purchase term, even though the show itself was pitch dark until next week.
I can't believe it. I very much had no interest in seeing Rachel Zegler in any movies heading into this. And watching this made me forget that I really don't like her as an actress.
Stick around 2 more minutes. Screenshots of the red line ballot are coming, and that margin note will make your jaw drop. Boycott numbers look like stadium stats. Nearly 10,000 refund requests, equivalent to a sold-out Premier League match ghosting at halftime. Picture an entire arena marching to the exits before the second whistle. Could any league survive that? Producers felt the tremor. Their WhatsApp thread allegedly lit up with frantic pings to accountants. One line in particular, time-stamped. 0317 stands out. Can we invoice her team for the shortfall, or do we eat the loss? Someone added a crying laugh emoji that did not soften the blow.
the partner in crime and one of the most entitled,
I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
toxic,
I'm a narcissist.
man-hating,
She's not gonna be safe with a prince.
nasty, the last part, her words, who single-handedly actually annoyed everyone so bad they skipped this mess. Well played.
Inside the critics' bunker, another artifact emerged. A leather-bound ledger stamped private. Awards, voting in fading gold foil. A grainy photo shows Rachel's line struck through. With blood-red fountain ink, 5 replacement names glowing in fresh blue marker. Why red? Because a digital cross lacks drama when a career sits on the guillotine. Someone wanted symbolism that screams through every pixel. Next nominee, please. A looping GIF crowed while comment sections spiraled into wild theories. Hang tight. Legal Thermite ignites once that ledger snapshot surfaces in full resolution. Would you sue the critics or walk away richer in headlines? Drop a thought down there, because a Park Avenue litigator is already drafting a complaint thicker than a Manhattan phone book.
Video is gonna get taken out of context, and I know that at this point I can't really stop people from doing that, because that's what my whole existence on the internet is just me being taken out of context and stuff.
His paralegal whispered that the filing accuses the circle of orchestrated sabotage, yet other insiders say Rachel's camp might skip court entirely and pivot to a tell-all podcast that sells the drama for a streaming exclusive. One Hollywood agent compares the pivot to a charity boxing cameo, bright lights, maximum eyeballs, everything to gain if she does not flinch, redemption arc, or career TKO. While those chess pieces inch across the board, the awards committee floated a vanilla-flavored press note. Standard eligibility review, no individual artist singled out. Twitter shredded the statement in under 10 minutes. Translation, wrote a fan, she got benched for toxic locker room vibes. Another posted, guys already spent more on parking than on her fan club dues. Every spin attempt pours. Octane on the conspiracy bonfire.
Anyway, she said all this. And guess what? People noticed. We did it right here on the show. What did I say? There's no way that they should be employing this woman and putting her out there when this is the kind of nonsense she is spouting.
Producers, desperate to stem hemorrhage, convened an emergency Zoom-dubbed Operation Reclaim Spotlight. Cameras rolled, coffee steamed, and a whiteboard listed 3 options: reinstate nomination, threaten critics, or recast lead. A junior associate, voice trembling, asked what happens if the audience keeps boycotting even after a public apology. The showrunner snapped, "Then we call Anya, swap the marquee, and pray TikTok forgives us." Allegedly, the call ended with executives agreeing to keep options fluid, code words that usually precede midnight scooter runs with revised contracts. Backstage, Rachel's understudy rehearsed with unusual ferocity, sensing opportunity in the chaos. The pit orchestra joked it felt like sudden death penalties. Every note could tilt the board. Meanwhile, a gray sedan idled outside stage door, a courier in a long coat clutching a padded envelope. Security logs later showed the package contained a flash drive labeled only with a black Z. Rumor claims the drive holds uncut rehearsal audio. Perhaps a rant, perhaps a deep fake, or maybe just an elaborate prank by rival stands. You will hear a teaser clip in 90 seconds. Decide for yourself whether the voice is hers. By dawn, sports radio joined the melee. One host likened Rachel's fall to a quarterback benched the night before the Super Bowl. Fans love a hero's journey, he said, but a collapse they can bet on? That's fantasy league gold. The same segment offered futures odds on whether Rachel would clap back on social media before Sunrise Monday. Male viewers, who make up nearly 3/4 of this channel, are crunching those numbers like draft picks. Admit it, you are doing it right now.
You seem to be dominating the world of musicals. You're doing Evita in London, right? That's
Big Andrew Lloyd Webber fan right over there.
Mid-morning, digital sleuths identified a potential memo author, a junior critic notorious for poetic takedowns, and an espresso habit flirting with heart palpitation territory. Screenshots of her Slack icon, a purple hedgehog, circulated, yet the leaked PDF footer lists no such name. Corporate sabotage or clever framing? Imagine being that intern whose typo exposes the mole. Could your rent survive the fallout? Lunch Hour delivered another twist. A courier served producers with a cease and desist letter from the Critics Guild. Paragraph 2 accuses the musical of unleashing cyber hordes to intimidate members into reversing their vote. Paragraph 4 threatens to leak confidential rehearsal footage if the smear campaign continues. Threat versus counter threat, like two heavyweight fighters circling the ring. Stick around, screenshots of paragraph 4 land right after this next curveball. Curveball? A streaming giant, you know the red one, allegedly dangled an exclusive docuseries titled Ghostlight Protocol, The Evita Implosion. 48 hours, 3 episodes, 7 interview chairs, 0 NDAs. Producers could earn enough licensing cash to cover every refund, but only if Rachel agrees to sit under unforgiving LED panels and spill. Her agent asked for executive producer credit and a private glam squad. Negotiations are reportedly volcanic. Meanwhile, data analysts noticed something odd. The boycott heat map skews 70% male in the metros with the highest sports betting revenue. Translation, dudes who gamble are driving the outrage algorithm, so the marketing team hired a former UFC hype man to narrate the next teaser. Trailer. Think gravel voice, dramatic pauses, slow motion curtain drops. You will see that teaser by minute 8, and honestly, even haters might re-queue just for the theatrics. At precisely 1500 hours, the awards committee chair scheduled a live stream to clarify eligibility. 500,000 viewers logged on. The feed froze. Conspiracy channels exploded with claims of intentional blackout. When the stream resumed, the chair, glistening under studio lights, announced a temporary hold on all musical nominations pending an ethics review. Translation: every contender now blames Rachel for dragging them into the muck. One cast member from a rival show posted, "Congrats, you just nuked the season." Another snarked, "She's the walking box office Armageddon." Even brand sponsors can smell singed earth. A luxury watchmaker quietly pulled its banner from the Playbill website. In its place, a digital placeholder reading "Advertisement slot open." Ouch. The watchmaker then leaked to Variety that it values positive brand stories. Social replies were ruthless. Guess they prefer their scandals on TikTok, not Times Square. Inside Rachel's camp, a 3-step survival plan took shape. Step 1, drop a cryptic quote tweet referencing the blacklist but avoiding direct blame. Step 2, announce a spontaneous charity performance for flood relief because hearts and headlines. Step 3, hint at a cameo in a mega-budget video game adaptation. Gamers equal massive male demographic and redemption arc synergy. Sources say the publisher already mocked up character art with Rachel's facial scan, just in case. Meanwhile, the flash drive mystery deepened. A self-described audio forensics expert broke down the clip frame by frame, claiming background cough. Reverb proves the rant was recorded in the Evita green room. He timestamped a faint metronome click identical to the one the musical uses during choreography warm-ups. Skeptics countered that anyone could fake such ambience with free sound libraries. You will hear 8 seconds of that clip right after. This line, listen for the crack in her voice, then decide if you smell deepfake or meltdown. In that snippet, a female voice sighs, "They only cheer when I hit the high C," followed by what sounds like a sheet of music slamming shut. Authentic or not, the internet crowned it real by lunchtime. Memes sprouted. The note slam became a TikTok dance beat. DJs remixed it into vaporwave, and one industrious fan opened an Etsy shop selling high C or die mugs. With memes turning her catchphrases into merch, critics started asking whether the boycott backfired. If Rachel monetizes the chaos, who really wins? A rogue analyst plotted search interest charts and claimed her Google hits now eclipse every other nominee combined. The number crunchers in our audience can relate. Sometimes negative sentiment still prints green candles. At dusk, the producers staged a guerrilla marketing stunt. They projected Rachel's silhouette on the side of the theater next door, paired with the slogan, "Silenced? Watch me sing." Crowds gathered, phones out, live stream numbers spiked, hashtags #WatchMeSing, and "Unsilenced" trended above playoff scores. One sports blogger wrote, "This arc has more twists than March Madness. 2100 hours." The awards committee leaked an unofficial statement through back channels. They may reinstate Rachel's nomination if she issues a public apology and donates part of her salary to arts education. Her lawyer replied with a single emoji, a thinking face. Commentators ran wild decoding that yellow-skinned sphinx. Does contemplation mean compliance or war? 30 minutes later, an anonymous insider claimed Rachel would rather self-fund a rival. Awards show then bow. Talk about a nuclear option. And now, as promised, the original memo glides across your screen. Zoom in on the footer. Revised ballot, effective immediately. Distributor code red. Note the espresso stain smudging the date. Visual proof someone drafted this in panic at a cafe too cheap for lids. The red slash over her name is jagged, as though the cursor fought back. In the margin, a single word sits in parentheses, Boycott. No signature, only digital dust. Critics swear it is a working draft. Producers insist it is final. Lawyers quietly order extra toner. Comment if this blacklist sticks or if the comeback cashes bigger checks. All allegations remain unconfirmed. This video is for entertainment purposes only.